Week 6, we got the Cowboys on deck, but we got a lot of work to do. Tonight's going to be a little different, multitask and tackle some things. So we'll talk about things prior to the game, during the game. Things might be a bit quiet, but I'll try to jump back in as soon as I'm able. With that said, we do got some scouting we can complete. So let's go ahead and take a look at that in a moment. As normal, I need to finish setting some things up on my end real quick. Okay, we are good to go. All right, so we left off last time taking a look at some of the defensive players. Um, Seems like there's actually some pretty good talent, some interesting mix of traits, really. Um, One of the big things that stand out being you kind of have a lot of players so far that it seems like they have a solid skill set, but you don't actually have like the viewpoint of their technical skills. So, pass rushing capabilities for pass rushers, um, people that might be more of a coverage linebacker, things like that. You don't really see too many of those. So, something we'll need to be aware of as we're making our choices for sure. Um, Definitely gonna be in the market for a lot of stuff. So at this point, we're just knocking stuff out. I'm gonna create a big board, essentially at the halfway mark of the season as well, and we'll really kind of take a look at essentially how we feel about the class at that point. Of course, that's gonna be in as we get those combine statistics in. Okay, training done, scouting. We'll take a look at contracts maybe after the game or next week. Um, I thought Darrelle Roberts was injured. It is him. Somebody still wants him. Interesting. Okay. We did sign a practice squad member after trading Robbie Anderson as well. Some upgrades we can run through. Looks like just the one for Blasson Austin. All right, and then we do need to change our wide receiver core because of the changes. So our number one is now Quincy Enunwa. Jameson Crowder still needs to be our full-time slot receiver, essentially. Chad Williams is going to bump up to the two. And then, of course, Deontay Burnett's going to resume his role as number four with Bellamy and Deontay Thompson rounding out the ranks. Um, All right. Sorry, distractions here. Seems like I might have to try to get things going a little sooner than expected. All right, so depth chart wise, I gave you guys the rundown what I'm looking at here. See if Chad Williams can't be someone that potentially impresses for us. Jameson Crowder is going to remain as the full-time slot, and Deontay Burnett should still be able to go apps for us. Took a look at the slot receiver specialized role there. Jameson Crowder still leading the way. We do need to actually switch this around to reflect Deontay Burnett getting some of those secondary snaps. And then, yeah, I don't mind like Bellamy coming in. All right, we'll take a look at their offers again after the game. Um, it is a change of pace in that I don't remember injured players actually getting trade offers for them. So could be a glitch in the game or could just be something I wasn't particularly paying attention to. But with that said, let's go ahead and get things going. Actually, I do want to take a look at the depth chart for the Cowboys real quick. Okay, so Dak Prescott leading the way. Ezekiel Elliott, of course. Ezekiel Elliott. And then we have the rookie Tony Pollard and Mike Weber there rounding things out. They do actually end up running. This might be the only four running back depth chart we've come across. Jameis, Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, Michael Gallup, Alan Hearn from the Jags, and then Cedric Wilson there. So they got a pretty deep wide receiver core. So even with injuries, if they come up, we can expect things to be pretty tough on us. Jason Witten still in there. We're gonna go ahead and assume he'll probably retire after the offseason. Jermaine Gresham backing him up though, and then they have Dalton Schultz in the ranks. Maybe somebody that can develop and take Jason Witten's spot. One of the best offensive lines in the country, Tyron Smith, Connor Williams there at guard, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, and Lyle Collins. And they could potentially even move a lot of these pieces around to continue to try to at least secure where they're at or move them around. I know Lyle Collins used to play guard quite a bit, if I'm remembering correctly. The defensive line, DeMarcus Lawrence, Robert Quinn backing him up, Tyrone Crawford, Randy Gregory, and Christian Covington. So pretty solid group there. Sean Lee on one end. The middle linebacker core looks like we can take advantage. They have an injury and there's a lack of depth there, so at least we don't have to worry about Jalen Smith. Leader Vander Esch on the opposite side, but there is a depth problem there, so it's pretty steep drops between the starters and the backups. So hopefully we have a lot of success this week. Byron Smith, Chidobe Awuzie, Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis, pretty solid secondary there. Xavier Woods and Jonathan Cyprian. So all in all, it's a pretty well-built team. They're just lacking depth like the defensive line, linebacker core. Um, Otherwise, everything else is pretty straightforward. Running back core as well, actually. If Ezekiel Elliott was to go down for any length of time, that might be something where suddenly we have the advantage from a defensive line versus their running back core perspective. Keep in mind, again, this is going to be where I will be breaking away in order to try to handle some things. I still just wanted to pump the game out for you guys. So this will be mostly game audio going on. So with that said, I'll probably will pump up the commentary, the natural game commentary anyways, for at least this one game. If you guys do prefer to hear things solo though as is, definitely let me know. I can make that adjustment. It's been a while. Since I've like tried to narrate full-on games like this anyways, I'm much more accustomed to, snipping out the volume as needed. All right, let's say maybe 30. I think this should work for now. We'll see if anybody is able to stand out for us. With that said, I'm going to let you guys get to it and enjoy. And let's go Jets.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 25 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit every time I think about Zach Martin and the controversy, air quotes there, about him being picked by the Cowboys because many thought that another player was going to be picked in that spot, but they made the right call in getting Zach Martin. Versatile player, played guard and tackle in college, and uses that versatility to his great advantage in the NFL. Immediately was an all-pro and continues to play to that level.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here's Pollard. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Well, look now at our starting defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Jets work their way onto the field, led by the number 3 overall pick in 2018. Sam Darnold, and during the offseason, Darnold was asked where he was looking to improve. He told everybody being more comfortable in the pocket. He looked back to the numbers from his rookie campaign, 17 touchdowns and 13 starts. So just imagine what a relaxed and more experienced Darnold might be able to accomplish with a stronger set of receivers now here in 2019. They run Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
This is taken in by Chad Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Elijah Mcguire with it, the third-year man from Louisiana. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Hey, it's our house.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Marcus Lawrence with a sack.
Think about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help us.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Check, 48's the mic. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D.
On 3rd down, it's Moore. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Focus, defense, focus.
Darnold on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Enunwa's got it. Complete. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. Danny.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
That's to his running back, complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet? Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack? It's 3rd and long.
Crunch.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Let's go.
New York set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Back.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good boys came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad.
They run on 2nd down with Maguire. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Darnold on 3rd down. Completes it to Maguire out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, look. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. They're going to need some therapy after this.
On 2nd down, It's Montgomery, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back to throw, Darnold. This one to Maguire. Screen play. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. Prescott on 1st down. That's complete to Cobb. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. On 1st down, Elliott. And an alley to run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. On third down, it's Prescott. This one complete to Gresham. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Maher able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Darnold goes draw play to Maguire. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play out. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the play and a first down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off.
To throw is Prescott. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. A gain of 6 there on first.
Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
Here we go, 50, 50. Mike, 50. He runs. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Double tight. Hey. Four down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 3-yard line.
On second down,
run,
it's Moore. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Now Cobb to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Prescott to throw it. That one complete to Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The kick by Maher is good. And that will do it for this first half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Saquon Barkley well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, to check in on the Broncos. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Marcus Mariota, 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in their ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Redskins. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And New York set to take the field.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down. 4 down.
Here's Darnold. Caught by Montgomery. And from this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Elijah Maguire. Incomplete.
It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
On the return comes Cobb. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Cowboy first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Here we go.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Prescott now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott.
Prescott with the give to Ezekiel Elliott.
For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Go, 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 run.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come out here in the eye. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Bust through the tackle. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, good footwork on the spin. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
They go to Elliott again. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Dallas.
Prescott now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, switch gears.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. On play action, Prescott gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Let's go.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A nice little juke. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Brian Poole. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
A 20th carry here for Elliott.
I got him.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right. Not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Tyrone Crawford showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Defense, let's go.
To throw is Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Darnold, and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got three down.
Here's Darnold. This one to Maguire. Screenplay. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Jets on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A shotgun snap for Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold from the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Darnold completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Darnold to throw again. Completes it to Maguire out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Elijah Maguire, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight end to the left, tight end left. You got three down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Forward, Mike. Check. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. This one complete to Gresham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. This is Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Prescott on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Point after now from Catanzaro. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby, sack. Eat.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Off the play fake, Prescott completes it to Hearns. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded it about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 8. A minute 51 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. Complete to Jason Witten. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. But it's going to be second down.
3 down, 3 down.
He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
Wow, so Jets, Jets, and what a way to win it. 2 crazy turnovers in the 4th quarter from Dak Prescott, and they both happen to be returned for touchdowns. I'm going to take it 10 out of 10 times. I was not expecting us to win this whatsoever, even when it was only 16-10. It just didn't have the feel of a winnable game, and just like that, things turn around for us. So we earn our 2nd win on the season in crazy Jets fashion. We do have some quick upgrades here. Let's go ahead and try to get Brandon Linder as close to a scheme fit as possible. Some nice run blocking there. And Brian Poole. So let's check out the game because I came in probably around like the endish of 3rd quarter. So we had the breakout player. I don't believe he got it based on the stats that I seen. Yeah, so he definitely did not, but we did get both of these X factors. So 1500 XP for the receivers and 1500 for the defensive line. Beautiful. Okay, so we do have an injury. And Doug Middleton goes down. So we need to take a look at our safety position and see if where are we? We are week 6. That would basically put us, what, 1 to 2 games outside of finishing the season. So we could, let's see, we got Terrence Brooks there still. Yeah, we'll be fine. Worst case scenario, we'll just move one of the cornerbacks as a kind of an emergency spot there. Take a look at these offers again, and then, yeah, that's not going to happen. Not yet, anyways. And then, as usual, I'm going to go ahead and sim a week, and we are going to do our best to see if we can't drag in Orlando Brown Sr. this week. Although, as much as I enjoy the win, that did hurt our position with the picks. So, hopefully, well, expectedly, we would have had a top 5 pick maybe after this loss. Now we're somewhere still probably between pick 10 and wherever we might have shot up from. So offers for Crowder now too. Okay, so first things first, let me check the injury report, see if the Ravens got any injuries that might make them more desperate. The health of their team has just been ridiculous. I think everybody else, okay, so Bengals nothing, Bills nothing. Eagles nothing. Okay, so there's only like 4 or 5 teams with no one on an injury report. I think we're 100 points shy. Yeah, 110 shy of getting the master trade negotiator. Let's see, what pick are we now? Okay, we did. Somehow we ended up getting a top 5 pick still. Maybe I was thinking the number 1 here. No, I'm pretty sure it was pick 8. Okay, so we do get a top 5 pick. There must have been a lot of teams that won last week. Alright, so Orlando Brown. Let's try Adams, Mosley. Let's see what the number 2 looks like real quick. Okay, we're close. What does the number 1 do for us? Ooh. Oh my God, we are so close. I know they need something on the line, so let's just see if Williams maybe gives us the boost. Oh my God. We are so close. We are so close. I don't think he's... Okay, let's see how close he is to developing real quick. Okay, star potential. Okay, we can't see his progression bar, but... How are they doing? Speaking of which, let's see what their pick value is. Okay, pick 18. Far cry from where we are. Okay. What if we offered the trifecta here? It's a lot of quality players to give up for this one, but I think it's definitely worth it. Yeah, okay. So the pick in 2 of the players definitely gives us a better chance. Oh, man. I'm starting to get really, really nervous because we only got this week and next week to try to make it happen. To end things, let's take a look at these offers. What are they? Who's offering Jameson Crowder? Okay, quite a few teams want him. A 4 and a 5. A 3. We can get another 2 next year. Oh no. Our offense might take another hit. I mean, 5 and a 7. Jenkins. threes, a 2 for him. We we potentially could walk away before the trade deadline with like 5 or 6 number 2 picks next year. I fail. I did want to take a look at the stats. We can still see them, but I meant to check out the previous weeks. Well, I guess while we're here, let's take a quick rundown of the season. So just over, literally, by 2 yards, 1,000 yards for Sam Darnold, 4.3 touchdown interception ratio, 72% completion. He gets about 200 yards a game. That number seems a lot higher than expected. 15 sacks already, though, so we're only 5 games in. It's about 3 sacks a game, so he might have a ridiculous number of hits before the season ends. Hence the pressure for Orlando Brown. Ty Montgomery leading the way with 265. Elijah Maguire's had a fair amount as well, actually, all things considered. He only has 2.4 though, so I don't mind the ratio so far. We haven't been able to rush as probably much as we wanted to, but Elijah Maguire, most receptions on the team, a lot more effective in a receiving role than a running back. Just over 200 for Enunwa. Deontay Burnett leading the team in touchdowns. Herndon there. Not a whole lot of impressive numbers here. Sacks. So we have Shell giving up 1, Compton, Harrison giving up 2, Edoga, Linder. I'm pretty much giving Linder a pass on the season. Said it 1,000,001 times. He's just, I would assume, realistically, he's having to overcompensate for the players to his left and right. Top 3 solos: Mosley, May, Jenkins. Mosley, Jenkins, Williams there leading the way. Williams looks pretty good. Tied for tops and sacks for the team. So 3 for Mosley. It's pretty impressive. 3 for Williams. 3 for the other Williams. 2 for Polite. 2 for Jenkins. Adams gets 1. We've seen Frankie Louisville. He ended up having a big game, so we'll see that in a moment. Poole and Austin, only touchdowns on the, interceptions on the season. Excuse me. And let's see how things played out stat-wise for us. So 182-1 for Darnold, no picks. That's always great. We've seen the crucial letdown there by Dak Prescott on a promising drive. We get 7 sacks last week. Very impressive, very impressive. Let's turn it over and see how the rest of the things fared for us. Rushing department, nothing there impressive whatsoever from anybody. Elijah Maguire, once again, leading the way in receptions. He did have that crucial touchdown for us that led to the turnovers being effective for us. Enunwa there. We see Chad Williams, his first game coming in for us off the practice squad as a number 2. He only brings in 2 receptions. So hopefully just, first game jitters. We get a little bit more production out of him moving forward. Linder, Shell give up a sack. Mosley, Nickerson, and Jenkins lead the way in tackles. Leonard Williams getting in the backfield the most. Nickerson and Polite right behind him. And then sacks on the night. 2 for Jenkins. Quinnen Williams having another excellent game. Leonard Williams getting 1. Mosley getting 1. Louisville getting 1. We've seen the interception return touchdown by Blasan Austin. And then, let's see, forced fumble-wise, Quinnen with the crucial one that led to the fumble return touchdown. And then, of course, we have our 2 touchdowns on the night defensively. So either one of those could have been considered, turning point play of the game, allowing one of them to be MVP for the night, although they don't earn a weekly award out of it. That's fine, though. So we'll wrap things up here. We got a lot of stuff to get into next game. All things considered, though, let me know what you guys thought about the commentary. I actually thought the game wasn't too bad. Used to be pretty poor from what I remember, but I actually kind of enjoyed it when I did hop back on. So maybe that's something we'll continue. Either way, though, thank you guys for checking it out. Let me know. I'm very interested to see if we'll be able to pull off this trade. We're extremely close. We do have to sacrifice a first round pick, but we got a lot of picks next year that we can kind of use to get back into the first if need be. And all things considered, we might need to pivot and take a look at maybe another player or two, because we've seen the offensive line class isn't that strong whatsoever. Either way, though, let me know your thoughts. I'll be back Tuesday unless some time opens up for me tomorrow, and we will dive into our second division rival game against the New England Patriots there. So with that said, thank you guys for checking it out, and peace.